What's up, guys? Coach Justin. I'm here to talk to you today about supplements. This is the number one question that I get from everybody. Supplements. And you guys have been following along with me as I'm doing these videos. Probably realize, wow, he didn't talk about supplements first. What happened? Well, there's a reason. Because we talk about the pyramid, we talked about the calories being the base. Right above that would be our macronutrients. After that, we're talking about timing and then the quality of our food. As we go up, that pyramid gets tinier. That means it's not as important. Doesn't mean that it doesn't help. It doesn't mean that it's not still part of the pyramid. It's just not as important. Well, what's at the very tippy top of that pyramid, the icing on the cake, so to speak? That would be supplements. Let's look at the word supplement. It literally means in addition to. It doesn't mean it's the base. It doesn't mean what we should start with. So I don't know why everybody's first question is, what do I do to get jacked? What do I do to, or what can I take to get jacked? What can I take to lose weight? What can I take to gain weight? It's food, training, and sleep. Right? Water goes in with food, right? Those are the three most important things. Calories, macros, timing, quality. This very tippy part is so small that I almost don't even want to bring it up, but it is something that can be done to help us, and there are some products out there that I believe are very important to a full meal plan, to a full proper nutrition program, and I'm going to talk about those. What I'm not going to talk about is testosterone boosters, fat burners, any type of weird fly-by-the-night products. It's going to offer you 30 days, 30 pounds, and all that other BS. So here's the things that I personally take, that almost all of my clients take, rather if they're gaining weight, losing weight, or simply just trying to train body composition, or I'm sorry, just trying to improve body composition or perform better. And that is going to be some type of whey protein powder, specifically a hydrolyzed whey isolate, because of the way that it hits our bodies. You guys listened to the video the other day, we talked about glycemic load. Whey hydrolyzed whey isolate does two things. It hits our body like water, and which means that we're going to absorb it very quickly, so that's why it's great for right after training. And because it's the isolate, as that indicates, means that it's been isolated away from a lot of the dairy, so most of it is going to be very, very close to fat free. So if you are the type of person that can't take in dairy or doesn't react properly to dairy, it is a good option for you. And I've hardly had anybody that that doesn't respond well to it. Another thing that I want to talk about is the research. The problem with most of these supplement companies, or not companies, I'm sorry, just supplements in general, is that the research isn't there. If a research study is done, it's typically funded by the company or whoever it is that's trying to create that product. So very, very few non-biased studies, thorough studies, are done, and that's just by design. It's because it takes money to do studies, and there's just not a lot of people willing to put their time and effort out there. You know, my hat's off to all the people at universities around here that are constantly doing studies on the different products and new products and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, if you just read the abstract, it's probably going to be biased towards one way or the other. You really need to read the whole article, the whole research paper, to get a good idea of how it works, why it works, and what it really did. And were these studies isolated and does it work in the real world? So again, whey protein, there's been plenty of scientific research done showing that, proven that it does work. Creatine is another item that I don't have all my people using. Just about everybody that is trying to put on muscle and or gain weight is going to be on a creatine. It is going to help you recover from the work. Creatine phosphate or creatine monohydrate goes into our system and basically turns into ATP or energy, and that's when you think energy in our bodies, that's ATP. So lots of research on it. It doesn't really do a whole lot to your body negatively. Extended use, just like anything else, I probably don't recommend. High dosages can bother our liver from time to time if we do it for an extended period of time. So while most people say that you can take it consistently, I don't have any of my clients taking anything consistently for years unless it's protein, fats, and carbohydrates and water. So I would recommend you cycling a couple months on, a couple months off. And as with anything, go get your blood work done and make sure that your liver enzymes aren't elevated when you're taking these things, any type of supplements for that matter. Another one would be fish oil. We talked about fish oil when we talked about the omega-3s and the quality of foods in a previous video. Fish oil is something that is found in foods, and we do know that the ratios in our bodies of 3s to 6s are off because of the diet, because of the way our food is made and processed nowadays. So having something to offset that ratio is going to help us with everything from inflammation to helping fight cancer, and to proper fat metabolism as well. And then on the other spectrum of the omega-3 would be a CLA, which is just a linoleic acid. It is kind of the other end of that. There's been quite a bit of research done on that as well. If any of you guys are interested on that, there's a couple good articles that are written showing exactly what it does, why it works, and all that other kind of stuff. Further than that, I don't really recommend a whole lot. Most of my people that are training hard, I'm going to put them on like a vitamin C for ascorbic acid, especially for drinking a lot of water. And then I'm going to have them on some type of digestive enzyme. What kind of digestive enzyme or probiotic is probably going to be dependent on that person. But if you have trouble going to the bathroom, rather in one way or the other, rather if you consider yourself never going or you go constantly, a good digestive enzyme is something to add in to see if it changes, see if it changes anything. And all it does is it just helps your body digest the food and absorb the nutrients. So we can eat all the perfect foods, but if our bodies don't absorb it properly, it's not really doing us any good. So I think those are just about the only things that I would give to everybody. Some other items that we might think about putting in if we're on a diet regimen would be maybe a glutamine, because it's an amino acid, and it's something that our bodies don't get enough of. It's found in red meats, but once you cook it, it comes out of that. So it's definitely one of the essential things that our bodies will make, but at a cost. So giving it that will take it a little bit easier on your body to produce it, to synthesize into protein. And then L-carnitine, which is just a fat metabolizer, and that's something that I think most people could probably take. I see a lot of people have increases in energy from it. My son takes it. We talked about him having MCAD, and it is one of the things that allows him to stay healthy and happy, and be able to do all the energy-driven things that a 6-year-old is supposed to be doing. And he actually gets it at the prescription level at a higher dosage through the doctor. So even the doctors believe in that supplement. If there's anything that you're currently taking that you would like my opinion on, you can always email me at liftandletlivefit.com. Just go under contact us and leave me your questions, and I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. Again, make sure you guys sign up for the 30-day challenge to get a month's worth of meal plans and training. You've got until July 1st to do that. And it's to submit, get valid, and to bring us your pictures. And stay tuned tomorrow, because we are going to be talking about even more fun stuff. I might even talk about training tomorrow. Y'all talk about practice.